Hi. This video is necessary. I know I look terrible. I've got the infection coming out of my face, and now, would you believe in my brilliant luck? I'm getting a toothache. I had a dentist break all my teeth on the side one day in Florida, and I was a dental assistant. I had beautiful teeth, and my mother's never allowed me to complete my dental work and get it fixed, and it really bothers me. I need an antibiotic, but I can't even afford to go to the dentist. I can't believe this. It's just wrong. But I have a tape. You see, years ago, okay, my mom came to Arizona and took my son in January of 2004. I have proof that she had even filed for benefits in my name in the state of Florida 3 months before she took him. I'm not psychic. He was 3. Just before his 4th birthday, she took him from Phoenix to Florida. I've been in the hospital for 3 months. I had, a 106.3 fever for 2 weeks. I had transfusions. I had lung surgery, chest tubes. 3 months I spent in the hospital. And then, it's this secret, too. It's the biological weapon, natural occurring biological weapon, coccidioidomycosis. And I wanted to expose it. Nothing I seem to plan ever can work. I just need some help. And I'm running out of time because my son is going to be 18 in January. And this is his last Christmas as a child, and I want to spend it with him. Especially when I have custody. I've always had custody. I mean, here, let me grab this. I am just frustrated as can be. Let's see what I got right here. I can't seem to make my son believe. And I've tried to get help. I tried to get help while I was still there, but this is, a lot of people have been involved. This is nothing. I mean, I have lots and lots and lots of papers, like okay, before I get all off track, let's focus on what my mother did, and my aunt, and my sister, and lawyers, and it's just ridiculous, the injustice that I have had to deal with. Here we go. Let me see. Okay, now I found out that they had filed this amended Social Security claim. That's what they were filing. They had already applied for my disability the year before and didn't tell me. I guess that's why my mother and everybody discouraged me from being at school, and they even had to have somebody pretend to be me and go take a test because I was going to college and Phi Theta Kappa and awards and stuff. And so somebody went and took a test saying they were me and did horribly. Like a Word doc. They got like a 30, and here I am, Microsoft Office Suite certified. But, this is ridiculous because I'm in substitute teaching. I passed that substitute teacher's test. I was fine before valley fever. All the valley fever does is, the high fever and whatnot, but I didn't have any mental illness. My ADHD, my sleep disorder, I didn't have mental illness. And I have plenty of letters from my doctor. I do. Because I had to keep producing them because my mother accused me of abuse, abandonment, and neglect. Why would I be in Florida? I left that place, never even been to Arizona. I just had always wanted to get the hell out of there. I never got along with my mother. She's abusive. She's all the things she accused me of. But anyway, this court case or whatever that they had going on, there was so many court cases numbers, and I just mailed the documents, this accusation or whatever. My sister was sleeping with her lawyer, who was a real estate lawyer, and my lawyer apparently had already represented my stepfather, and there was just nothing just about it. But I don't think it was real because it doesn't even show up on the court system. But that doesn't mean anything. That county's very corrupt. It does the following year, though. DCF, Department of Children and Families of Florida, actually, I found out, got involved because they wanted to know, why are you taking her child away? And so they jumped in, investigated, and they didn't find any reason why I couldn't have my son. And, you know, my son had tried to run away from home again on October, of 2011. And that's the tape that I'm going to be playing. It might be in the next tape. I need to give you this background information. So this is like part one, if you're interested. This is quite the story. This is something that, all these things going on, it's a harsh story. Anyways, I kept trying to talk to her. When can I see Julian? When can I see him? Because she would never let me see him. She wouldn't talk to me. She wouldn't talk about visitation. She just blew me off all the time. So I know my stepfather and my son would go to Boy Scouts on Monday nights. So I said, well, that's a good time to catch her. I'll go by there and find out, because it's always inconvenient for her. And we were face to face in the dining room, and I'm nothing in my hands or whatever. And she says, Kim, shut up. So what? She says, do you know what I'm about to do to you? No. She's like, I'm going to kill you and get away with it. I'm like, how? Self-defense. I said, how are you going to claim self-defense? I'm not here to hurt you. I just want to talk about, visitation. I don't have no weapons or anything. It's not self-defense. She says, oh, by the time the cops get here, it'll look like self-defense. And she pulls out the Halloween butcher's knife. She's about to plunge it in me. And the door burst open. My son was about 11 at that time. He ran, maybe had to pee, I don't know. And I'm in shock. It's surreal to have anybody about to stab you, but your mother, it's a little like, wow, I knew you were crazy, but come on. But she snuck around the corner, puts the knife away, plops her ass down at the table, and as my stepfather, Gary, the jackass, walks in, she says, I said 3 times for you to leave me alone and blah, blah, blah. Stop harassing me. I'm just like, huh? Gary's like, oh, that's it, Karen. I heard her. She's told you 3 times to get out. I'm calling the police. I'm in shock. So I go home. So I try to press charges on her because I cannot do anything. I don't do anything, I should say. I get attacked. I get choked. I get beaten. I get whatever. Go ahead, call the cops. You know that they're not going to do anything to me. You're the one who's going to jail, Karen. And they're right. I don't have to do shit. I didn't have to do anything. And, it's dirty. It's corrupt, okay? I need, protection. I need a good damn law firm. I've got all this evidence. Hacking, identity theft, worst. All I did was, I had valley fever and I went to get my son. It doesn't cause mental illness. But they had a trap waiting for me. I mean, there's money disappearing out of my account from work. I worked for a financial printing company, Securities Exchange Commission, those companies, and I had a perfect background. I mean, I had good credit. I owed a little bit on a student loan because I had gone to Europe and I had taken out loans and stuff in the 90s to go. But I joined the military and they were going to pay them off. But after I'd taken the oath and everything, they gave me that medical discharge. So they were going to pay my loans after all. Yeah. They missed out on a good candidate, I'll tell you that much. But my aunt helped my mother with this, and it really pisses me off because she knows My mother's abusive. She gaslights. I'll tell you a little bit about that in a bit. She, I filled out all the forms for the Social Security disability. I am disabled. I'm just tough. I have to do what I have to do, and I try. I need my meds though, but my aunt puts on here. I do. She, she contradicts herself because she'll say like that she never sees me, but yet she knows what a dump I live in, and I didn't. I was the most organized person you ever met. She says that I do very little, that she has to go to my house and see her, like, see me, and all I do is talk on the phone. Okay. I never talk on the phone. I do very little. Her house is always a shambles. Dirty dishes, massive clutter, dust and dirt, unmopped floor. She mainly lays in bed. What does she say? There's so many copies, I did find one thing that, yeah, definitely this is all bullshit that they've done to me. Yeah, she doesn't even answer the question. She puts in this shit to help my mother, knowing that the woman's abusive. Because it says, does this person take care of anyone, such as a wife or husband, children, parents, pets? I have a pet, but she doesn't put that down. And then she just volunteers something that doesn't... Her son lives with her mother. She can't take care of him. What is that? That's not even answering the question. She skips questions. Like here, does anyone help this person? It's hard to see. Take care of people or animals. Her mother has her son. Let's see. Has the disabled person been able to... Wait. Before... Oh, here. I'm taking another week. Light in this place? Okay. I didn't want this to show up so much because it's red because I've been trying to drain it. Okay, okay. What does a disabled person able to do before illness, injuries, or condition that they can't do now? She lived normally. Now she can't do anything. Caps with an exclamation point. I have frequent bouts of insomnia. Yeah, I do. Personal care. Now check this out. Dress. Mental issues. Dresses or undresses inappropriately. Bathe? Question mark? Care for hair. Frequently unbrushed. I don't understand her. Shave with a question mark? Feeds herself poor nutrition. Uses a toilet question mark? Wow, this is pretty mean, isn't it? She was like a sister to me, I thought, but she's a Christian now. Do I need special reminders to take care of my personal needs and groomings? And she says, yes, I have commented on it or asked her about it on the phone. Let's see. Do I need reminders to take medicine? In the past, she has overdosed and had to be hospitalized. I'm going to tell you the truth about what happened. I was working, my friend had even got me a job, because I'm waiting on disability. I got the job at Hungry Howie's Pizza. I'm trying to do that damn job disabled, and I just had the valley fever, and I had taken some pain pills, but I had the most horrible, horrible back pain I'd ever had. I just don't know what I did, and I guess... No, I hadn't overdosed on them. No, I just gotten a little loopy. So my friend was the manager, and she called my mother to come pick me up because she was concerned about me, and I was in a lot of pain. And my mom picked me up, and we were going to the hospital about my back pain. Well, she gets talking to her husband, Gary, he's a jackass, on her cell phone flipped open. And he's talking her into lock her up, put her in the mental hospital and all this. So she tried to kill herself, blah, blah, blah. She overdosed. That was it. Say she overdosed or whatever, you know. And I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. No, you better let me out. I'm not going to be locked up in a mental hospital because that's her goal. She locks me in a mental hospital. It's not like jail, prison, whatever. She can control everything and not have to worry about me. Yeah. Jail, prison is not good enough. This has been her plan. She told me. And I can pretty much prove it, too. And she's insane. Anyway, I tried to get her for trying to murder me, and it was ridiculous. Like, I went into court, I had to be the lawyer. I was supposed to ask her questions. This isn't the way it works when I get accused of things. So, you know, like, did you not pull the butcher's knife? She'd look up at the judge and go, no. Yeah, you did. But I didn't know that she turned around. I don't know what she said, but she got not a restraining, a no trespass warrant and put it on me. Now, this is 2 weeks. I don't know this. 2 weeks before a final hearing, 2-day final hearing or whatever in this case, where it's always the judge is going to sign off that her abuse, neglect, it was all unfounded. There was nothing to support it, of course not. So the emergency temporary custody she had should have been null and void, right? Well, because of this no trespass warrant, I've looked into all this. They didn't. It's like forbidden to have a hearing without somebody present like that. But I didn't have to be included because I was a danger or something to her and my son, or to her at least. I don't know. I'm not sure what else she's been saying, but I didn't know the judge had signed off on that. I had already had to go and get something from DCF. It makes sense now why they were like, we're out of it, you know. I said, well, I still need proof that you guys aren't on the case, because she always told me, oh, you can't have your son because if DCF finds out, they're going to take him away and put him in a foster home. I mean, from the day I got to Florida, she wanted to take over my medications. Now, I was on so many different ones. I had to, like, you know, maneuver them and stuff because I knew it's my life, and I don't trust her anyway. And then, of course, my sister, here, Angela, go sell these. You know, no compassion for me at all. Or my son, really. So, just a nightmare. I know I get all over the place because there's just so much to tell. It's so deep. But I wrote to the judge because my son didn't want to be with her, and he wanted to talk to the judge. So I was trying to get him a guardian ad litem. So I wrote to the judge. It was the wrong judge, but he knew the case. You know, he was involved in this little mess, and apparently, according to the records, my letter was returned on December 15th, 2011. And one should just know that the next day, December 16th, 2011, I got arrested in the back of a Walmart for stealing my own camera. And it just went from there. It's ridiculous. And her, she just wanted something to lock me up. Then they had it all planned out because I live across the street from a Circle K. And this is, Julian's pretty much gone. And I went to walk across the street to get Smirnoff Ice, because that's what I was drinking back then. And it was dark. There's no light. It's right by, this road. And there's like a ditch, a drainage ditch. And it was dark. And I went to go to, across, and I tripped. And I was going to get up, and a lady pulled over and was helping me up. And like seconds later, this big cop, and he's like, go ahead, I've got this. And he went and he helped me up. I'm like, thanks. And I start walking to Circle K, and he says, where do you think you're going? I said, to the store. He says, no, you're not. You're intoxicated. Go home. I'm like, why are you messing with me, you know? I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm going to... And I go to start walking. He's like, no, you're intoxicated. You need to go home. I was like, okay. And I went home sober, going, what the hell? So that happened. Just supposed that I punch a cop twice in the chest with a closed fist. What am I, retarded? I wouldn't even give my father a stock tip when he was alive, and I worked for the stock exchange, you know? But people just don't seem to remember what kind of a person I've always been. But I did not touch this guy. I never could remember anything about it. And unfortunately, the police officer I rode with to jail, the lady, I found out she died because I had her laughing all the way to jail. But they drugged me on something. My family or friends, whatever. They drugged me quite a few times. But I had actually just started a new medication that day that my doctor wanted to try me on, just a nerve pill. But he swears it couldn't have done all this because I was funny. Let's put it that way. Like, like take off your clothes and be crazy, but not violent. And doesn't make you retarded, but even so, I had a lawyer tell me, well, they should have thrown it out right away. I mean, you had a new medication that day that you've never taken before. That could have, no record. The only thing I had was funny when I got my car and I drove downtown for the first time. I haven't been in this town in years. I hate Florida. I get pulled over by like the top dog of the police department. Now, I've never been pulled over. I've never had a ticket. Nothing. I'm like 40, okay? And he checks my purse. And you know the pill boxes they still sell by the cash register at a pharmacy for pills? Little pill boxes? I had one of those. Now, granted, I was taking, I don't know how many medications, prescriptions. And now, not all controlled. I mean, I had lung surgery. I was very, very sick. I had a lot of medications. But I had 3 of my pills, different types, 2 of each, in this pill box from a pharmacy, so that I don't have to carry a bazillion pill bottles. And the cop finds it, and I tell him, and he says, well, these are some serious drugs. I said, I've got prescriptions. I don't live far from here and everything. And he was taking them on. I said, well, I need to get home because I've got to teach tomorrow. I was trying to substitute teach. Oh, you teach? I'm going to make sure you never teach in this town again. I'm like, what? So I spend the night in jail. And I told the judge. And that was it. They said, go take your bottles over to the state's attorneys and they'll bill it. I don't even know what that means, but I didn't do anything wrong. So I take my bottles and that's it, right? Now, when my mom's judge friend turns it into like she's pleaded this and done that and had this person assigned, and it's are you kidding me? This written hour. I'm not even sure what he looks like because I remember some of the judges I had. And I don't remember him, but deferred prosecution. What the hell are you talking about? Should have been just thrown out. I mean, I didn't even have a record. But anyway, the next time was when my sister beat the shit out of me. And the cops came and were taking her to jail. And she said that, and her little friend had locked her door with whatever in her room. But she told me to come search my room. Like, I'm a crackhead? No, I'm not. And never have been. And so the cops come back. They search the whole room. I don't have anything. Then they find this box that her friend, Melissa, clearly marked. Her personal mail, her personal pictures, her, all her stuff in this box. And I never opened it. The cop pulls out a red Christmas stocking. Melissa. I'm not Melissa. dumps it out. There's a little roach and some pieces of a pipe. Put your hands behind your back. I'm like, you fucking, no, it's not mine. So anyway, I go and, you know, they gotta keep me and my sister separate because she beat the shit out of me and all this. But I go before the judge, and it was a woman. It wasn't written out. And I told them what happened. They said, and here I am, like, let me go take a test. Let me go. The judge says, would you be willing to take a drug test? Absolutely. Absolutely. So I went immediately, took that drug test, and passed it, flying colors. But then they make me take this stupid freaking class that just, I don't think, why am I having to take this class? I was really annoyed. Like, there must be a mistake here because it's making me feel like what did I do wrong? I didn't do anything. I didn't. I mean, this makes it seem like anybody that you want to get in trouble, all you got to do is, you know, accuse them of something. And just for having them taken down there, even though they didn't do anything, and they passed the test, whatever, it's still going to go on their damn record. What? That's not right. I don't understand that at all. Oh, here it is. It's to reform criminals or some shit like that. Let me see. Like, they ask you these ridiculous questions. What was it? Why did you do it? I didn't. It belonged to someone. It belonged to someone else. I don't do drugs, and I took a test to prove it. Shh! Go find out what the problem is. Go find out. Okay. Let's see. How and where were you apprehended? In my bedroom at night. Shocked, angry, and in pain. I was beaten. Were you more upset that you were caught or that you were breaking the law? I didn't do it, so I was angry with the friend who left it at my house. Tell us about your plan to commit this crime. I stored a friend's belongings and I trusted her, you know? And I'm realizing, like, what the hell am I doing in this class? I get beat up, falsely accused, prove my innocence. I'm not, you know, that shit stays in your system. It's clearly marked someone else's. So, anyways, that's like a whole load of shit now. Melissa, I had to tell the school board, like, it wasn't mine, it was hers. And so they ordered her to go take a test, and she refused, and she lost her school board job. My sister didn't wind up charged. She didn't get charged. Me? I didn't do anything. So now it's like, it looks like I got 3 drug charges and a pot and a paraphernalia, and now we're moving on to, like, stealing my own camera in the back of a Walmart. And this grand theft where I get arrested. I'm already in jail. And they call me down in the middle of the night to book me in on charges for grand theft. What, 8 months before, when I remember I was Christmas shopping, I forgot my debit card, so I just left the card in the store and drove home. They just wanted to up my points so that they could be sure they have to send me somewhere. Because my mom had tried to write down there with these bullshit docs, you know, to convince them that I was mentally, you know, stupid, I guess. I was stupid. I went to Florida thinking that I could bring my son home that I have custody of. But, I mean, I had... Okay, let's go back to this phony doc. This isn't exactly a phony doc, though. Those are different. Okay, let's see. How does this disabled person do house or yard work? She's not physically or mentally able to deal with it. How often do I go outside? Not very often. Fear, anxiety attacks, depression. Yeah, who wouldn't? Anxiety, mental. What's that? Why can't she go out alone? Well, I'm getting worse because I'm always locked up and terrorized, and I can't deal with it. Yeah, she says I can't shop, but then she says I shop, and frequently and as quickly as possible, food and household needs. But then she says I can't shop. Oh, this is a trip. Money. These are different money skills that either yes or no. Is she able to pay bills? No. Count change? No. Handle savings account? No. Use a checkbook or money orders? No. Yeah, because you're still on my money. She doesn't open her mail. She has a hard time concentrating. Yeah, my ADHD and a lot of stress from you bitches. Can't handle a checkbook register when she had a checking account. She always had multiple overdrafts. No, I always had a perfect balance to the penny checkbook. Always, until my son's father stole my check. His friend stole my checkbook. I got that straightened out. And then my aunt, my mother, I've got the bank docs and stuff. Yeah, they started taking their own withdrawals. I saw how they set the accounts up and stuff. Yeah. Let's see. Do I have any problems getting along with friends, family, neighbors? She's bipolar and delusional. Her constant complaining is very irritating to many people. This is my complaining, telling my story, but she's not talking about that. This is a lie. She has... Oh, she talks to a plethora of celebrities. I got a celebrity badge that I'm not proud of from Mark Zuckerberg because I knew celebrities. I really did. Ask Clint Eastwood. Jesus. Let's see. Oh, gosh. I guess my disability affects every freaking thing you can do, but between the valley fever damage and the mental illness, she has fluctuating degrees of abilities. Okay, I can walk 20 feet. I can't, what? How well does a person follow written instructions? She can't. She gets distracted and or flustered. Sometimes I do. I do better hands-on, I suppose. How well can I follow spoken instructions? One step at a time, with repeating several times to get her to do it. This is unreal. Oh, this is really nice. How well does a disabled person get along with authority figures? She really has a problem with authority figures. Wow. I freak out and lose my temper. I really don't know. She doesn't know when my glasses were prescribed yet. I had corneal transplants, and everybody knew that. This is their little synapses here or whatever. Between all the complications of the valley fever that wreaked havoc on Karen's body and mind, she is a totally different person. Totally dependent and insufferably delusional. Due to all this, it is very hard to deal with her. Deborah Finiello, you're such a nice Christian bitch, because she was trying to coach me and what to put, and to get the money faster. She's telling me and all that because you don't want to wait for years before money starts and all this crap. I mean, I'm really disabled. I just, like I said, I have to do what I have to do, and I force myself, and I live under constant stress. I overdo it with a lot of pain. But she was like coaching me on this. But see, if I can't do anything, how did I fill out all these papers in a day? But you see, the whole point of her pulling this shit was, yeah, Lucky Dixon advised you on a lawyer to screw me over too. What else? Anything else she put on here that? Oh, here we go. What else did she put? Her son lives in yeah. She lived normally. Now she can't do anything. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, that's where we left off, the overdose. Okay, I'm sorry. No, when I heard we're in the car, and I just gotta go to the hospital because I have a horrible pain. I can't stand up, she's listening to Gary, my stepfather, as he's telling her, go lock her up, you know. Because, you know, I didn't overdose, but I taken, I guess, one or two too many where I was kind of like, you know, but I wasn't like overdosed, or, you know what I mean? But when I heard that they were going to lock me up and make up this bullshit, I just, Mom, no, you're not locking me up. Just let me out. No, you're not locking, I'd rather die. And I reached in my purse and I found Xanax. This is how that woman would drive me insane. And I started taking Xanax. I don't know how many I took it, I don't really remember, but I was in the ER all day. But it was because she was starting to lock me up and I'd do it again. And this time I'd just stab myself, whatever, because I don't want to die. I'm not suicidal, but I'm not going to be locked up for the rest of my life. That's her goal. So she can fuck me over more. Isn't there any karma? Isn't there any justice in this world? She never gets punished. But, let's see what else. She doesn't cook. She has bad nutrition, mainly eats prepared meals microwaved or warmed in the toaster oven. What would be wrong with that, though? I don't cook. I cook the shit out of stuff now. I'm a gourmet. Microwave 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, she used to love to cook before the valley fever and mental illness. Now she can't. When did I become mentally ill? Because all I did was get this valley fever. I have lung surgery and stuff and a fever. It doesn't make you mentally ill. Any friends, like my friend Tiffany, my best friend out there, you need to talk to me because you're on the wrong team. She's bipolar and delusional. She freaks out. I don't know. This is really bad. This is really, really wrong for her to do this. And, you know, I'm going to college, and yeah, my mother was trying to get me to stop going to college. One, because of all the student loans she was, you know, pulling out for herself that I didn't know about, and they needed me. She didn't want me in school because they're trying to like make me out to be a blooming complete tard, you know. And you know, all these weird docs and stuff that never were signed. I never agreed to anything. I never agreed to it. But see, I get some phony doc, some phony doc that wasn't signed by any judge, or it was a photocopy signature. You know, I learned a lot about notarizing documents while I was in Florida too. Let's see. Oh yeah, May 10th, 2011. They were withdrawing this case in March of that year, and I didn't even know about it. Nope, to get me out of it. That was only because DCF had gotten involved. But you know what? She never. Yeah, Gary King. There's my lawyer. My lawyer. Balance brought forward. I finally found one that had said Gary King. Yeah, my stepfather. Unethical. Really unethical when it's not even like a real case. My sister fills out this paperwork because, you know, she's sleeping with the lawyer and all that anyways. And my sister actually was living with me here in Arizona before that. You know, help Mom plan all this. I mean, they were here in 2003. And my sister is filling this in, and from 2001 to 2003, unknown, Arizona. She was with me. And my son was with me. But they don't put that. Then, because this is where my child lived. They don't know. Right. 2003 to 2006? No, he did not live there until 2004. Not 2003. So that's wrong. They want to make it look like a long time. And then it says till 2006. Well, guess what? I was there too. At my mother's at 501 Crane. Until 2006. You know? Can't escape. And they had said, oh, well, we'll let you stay in our other house downtown. That house was gutted. And it's a scam anyway. They sell, they rebuy it. When I got there, they had some issue. The county, they'd given them money to fix it up, and they hadn't done anything with it. And they were worried about that situation. We went bargain basement. rat hole. And that's the whole point. He was with me in kindergarten there. But he was scared because, you know, they didn't take care of the place, and we had rats, and my son was just creeped out. It was creepy. And I was waiting on my settlement, and it was just a couple more months. And I've been going to college, trying to finish, you know, which I did, but I can't get my degrees because of my mother's bullshit. And so he went and stayed with her, you know, for, you know, he was just going to be there for a couple months till I get my settlement. So he wouldn't have to stay there. When I got my settlement, by God, I had all the utilities connected in my name. I had the place, you know, rented and all that, because I thought, you know, they lie to me. Tell me like they're helping me and stuff like that, and they weren't. My mom took all my 2 years of disability insurance. See, she came out and my perfect files and stuff. She saw $1 million life insurance and this fund that I had a bunch of money in, and all the money I'd sent to Florida and stuff, and $1 million in life insurance, you know. Yeah, they wanted me back in Florida, and they wanted the little meal ticket too. And, you know, she really believed, I guess, that she could have me committed. And she did, actually. She did. You know, when I found out what the method of the madness is, so to speak, behind what they consider the criteria for declaring someone mentally incompetent, which they lied to me. They told me it was legally incompetent, like about the law. You know, that made sense to me because I never had any problems with the law before and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, I don't know. Let's see. I'm looking for. Got so many things to do. It's just unreal. Okay. Where's the pictures? God, itchy. I don't know. I got cooties. No, I don't have any cooties. All right. If I go down here, I have this changing record. You know, just idiot written hours always change it. By the way, this written hour, when I first came to town, apparently he was he and Cliff Abel's there. Yeah, that guy's helped us something with my house. Well, it won't be my house much longer. Nobody will help me find out the truth. But and I can't pay the taxes. We no money left, Mom. You got it all. How they do? You know, I can't survive even. Well, this written hour and Abel's with the lawyers that did a phony will and power of attorney. I don't know anything about it. I don't know what it says. I want my son to have it. Of course, not her. But he's not 18, so my friend Robert Soto, was going to handle it until my son was old enough. Can't trust that woman. But I found out that all my paycheck stubs, when I looked at them, finally, you know, because you're sick for years. I didn't know what all was going on. And it's a little bit better than it was a while ago because I had to straighten them up. Oh yeah. Oh my. That Social Security. This is the same person, and apparently, I just didn't know that at the time she was doing this, but she wrote me this on August 8, 2007. To make concern, Karen Crozier was employed by me in the capacity of administrative assistant for my company's Caring Independent Senior Services, a home health agency, as well as Kids Inc., a daycare preschool. She was employed with my company from early 1992 until the end of 1997. Karen was an integral part of how I was able to run 2 companies. She proved herself indispensable with a broad area of responsibilities, including personnel relations, client services, scheduling, and office organization. I'll be happy to answer any questions. That left me know. Yeah. Wow. She has a weird way of writing it, doesn't she? Because I didn't get that out of it. Did you get that out of it? Because I just, that's not the feeling I got from that. Wow, you know, and it's such a a ridiculous cases, whatever, with all these different numbers, judges. One doc that actually had my child's name listed as Joseph White, not Julian Crozier. Okay, see, my mother committed perjury now, based on my aunt's stuff. See, they've torn my documents up numerous times. Oh yeah, she's swearing here that, 2008, I filed disability with the state of Florida, claiming that she is bipolar and delusional, freaks out and loses her temper, that I abuse drugs and have overdosed. Their son lives with her mother and she can't take care of him, that she can't do anything, that she has mental issues and can't perform mom duties, and a copy of the Florida Department of Health films completed by the mother. Yeah, what a con act. February 4th, 2009, but you won't find this case on the books. Not until they're withdrawing it after DCF got involved. I didn't even know any of this. Yeah. Okay, when you notarize something, you have to have a description, a legal description of what you are signing, what you're notarizing. Not that I even signed this is doctored up, but I mean, there's no legal description. It could say, you have permission to have all my tennis shoes, or it could say you have permission to have everything I own, but this is not anything legal. I never met this notary, this Angelina, whatever her name is. This is all dirty. Yeah, this is my mother's idea of a custody agreement. Yeah, see, even the lawyer doesn't know what he's signing. Gary Gossett may not even know this, but his secretary did tell me he can't represent somebody in a child custody case. He's a real estate lawyer. Oh yeah, her bullshit lies. He'd been with her a couple of months without me. I've been with him the whole time, and they lied. They're trying to say that the child lives with her. It's supposed to be temporary. She would not give him back. We fought. She would not let him stay on a school night. She would not. And that's where we're going to get into this tape. I don't even know how much time's gone by, but this is a very, very important story needing to be told. And with my hacking and whatnot, I can't send emails. I don't even know if my message, my cry for help even gets out, because it's been years that I've been trying, and nobody's helped as it gets worse and worse, and I can't go for help, and I'm afraid. I've been such a victim of all this false arrests and being locked up when I didn't do anything, and having my lawyer even straight up say, your mom was the one who decided you needed to be here for a year. What? Well, she lied to me and stuff, because she was only supposed to help by, paying my bills and my house payments and stuff, and she said, well, I got to start a bank account, I need this power of attorney, but the one that I signed was not durable power of attorney, and I signed it like in a second as he, the Sarge or whatever came in for me to sign it. And for this type of power of attorney, it's pretty heavy duty. She even got my dad's life insurance. I didn't even think about getting life insurance. It was, after the taxes and all that were already taken out, it was like $102,500. But what really upsets me is I had a trust fund my dad had structured that was going to pay me $75,000 a year for life. And of course I have a disability, which I find out that it's been disappearing for years. I mean, I try and go, here's Abel's and Rittenhour, I would, I'm sorry. Just a second, yeah, Abel's and Rittenhour, this is in 2004, of course. It's to me. Enclosed, please find draft copies of your last will, testament, and custodial power of attorney, which have been revised pursuant my direction. Please note that information concerning your divorce is left blank on the custodial power of attorney as well as the subject information. We need that document prior to execution of same. I had them papers. She didn't even know my son's father's birthday or anything. But she had to get all that stuff because she stole my child support. She pretended to be me. I just found out last year, before I left Florida, barely, that she transferred everything from Arizona to Florida. And she got everything. I didn't get anything. And I've been supporting him. More than supporting him. You know, this is insane. I don't have anything. I can't even go to the doctor because of the fraud. I mean, I've got a doctor receipt for a doctor when I'm here in Florida. Here in Arizona. Somebody was in Florida going to a doctor that I was going to be seeing when I got there, I guess, because he was a pulmonologist. And I know a couple people that could have pretended to be me, and even my sister. She has breathing problems and stuff. But this is a real darn, that's a real court document right there. That is a ink signature. That is filed. It is stamped. It is documented. The case was closed. And pursuant to the Rule 12.200C Florida Family Law Rules of Procedure, proper notice has been given for a case management conference in the above style case, which was held on December 2nd, 2011. It is therefore ordered and adjudged that this case is hereby dismissed without prejudice for the following reasons. You could check parties failed to appear. I wasn't there, though, but I told you about the trespass shit. Attorney appeared and announced a dismissal. No. Service was never obtained by respondent. I didn't get nothing. Parties have reconciled. Nope, just as parties closed. Other reason. There's more. Oh, here. Those disability through my work, Liberty Mutual, for 2 years, shows $100 each one. Now there was supposed to be a lot more. Where's the other $900 for every one of these for 2 years? No wonder I didn't have nothing left. I bet you didn't even pay Aunt Sherry anything to make me look like shit. Oh, here. This probation order was never even signed. And besides, when I supposedly failed this drug test, somebody had gone to my doctor's office, pretending to be me, taking a drug test. There's some weird shit going on. And I hadn't even been drugged. They've started fake accounts. They've hijacked accounts. Oh, Jesus Christ. Just to make me look like an asshole. I can't even get back into them. And they'll pretend to be me, and they'll post negative shit. And there was a day in 2014 that some people were in my house that I believe were working with them. And I was drugged. I don't know what it was, but, the cops they don't drug test you when, well, what did they have in my system? Oh, you didn't test me. Especially when, oh yeah, I beat up a cop or whatever, come on. Oh shit, let me think. What was I going with this? I hate that. Can I rewind this? Let me just think for a second. I get flustered. I freak out and lose my temper. Wait, silly dog. I'm just trying to think. I hate that when I lose my thought like that. Those documents, a lot of documents, like right now, like that whole marijuana thing, don't even exist. But that damn probation, he didn't even write down that I took Adderall for my ADHD. But there's so many things messed up with that. But they'd searched me at that probation office. The girl told me to go on the wrong day, and they wouldn't let me leave. I don't know why. Something's up again. Because there's a lot of weird shit going on here. Because, let me finish this part. I go to jail. I guess this girl put straws in my purse or something, because I wouldn't be stupid. I mean, come on, I'm going to probation. But anyway, I didn't understand that. But anyway, we get to the jail. I find out I'm being charged with introduction of contraband and meth, and I'm like, you guys searched me, and there was nothing in there. Where did this shit come from? Who put this in my stuff? I wanted a real lawyer, but he wasn't working for me. He worked for my mom, basically. But he got it dropped. They dropped the introduction to contraband. Okay, so you just proven to the judge and everybody that I did not bring drugs into your jail, right? So how are you going to charge me with drugs? But they did. But in October, right before this had happened, there was a day I made some videos. I don't even know what was wrong with me, but it was one day out of all. I never was like that any other day. And they made a fake account on Google or something with a whole bunch of these damn videos. A lot of it's actually true, but it's so bizarre. It's not stuff I want to talk about to people or whatever, you know. But you know, they make an ass out of me. But yeah, this cop that I supposedly hit had even said that, oh yeah, that I yelled out, I'm high, or I'm on drugs, and I'm drunk, which is bullshit. I'm what am I, tart again? Okay, I'm high, I'm on drugs, I'm drunk. No, but then why didn't they drug test me so I can find out what the hell I was drugged with? Because I was not violent, but I was just not me. It was silly, but not me. But I don't get any fairness. I don't get legal representation. I don't have to break the law. Because, okay, after the year, I come home hacked to death, destroyed, stole all my trust fund instead of, like, paying bills. I had to wait. I'm like, where are my credit cards? Holy shit. They went to town. I'm the worst case of identity theft ever. But I can't even do a report. I mean, every single thing has been victimized. Every one of them. Every agency. And I can't get a cop to do a report. Especially with the ever-evolving record of mine. Because it doesn't end. Because after that year or whatever, I go home and everything's messed up. And they've installed all these high-tech devices for somebody who doesn't even watch TV. But anyway, it was 3 months of hell. Because I started getting my teeth fixed again, whatever. Mom's like, you don't have any more money. And plus, I thought, okay, I'm here. I'm going to do a drug program or whatever, drug psychology thing, and get out of population. Do something constructive and, you know, show everybody that believes this bullshit that I'm, you know, doing the right thing. And for all I know, I was drugged some of the times I went into jail because they made sure I was drugged. I don't know exactly who administers them, but and what it is even. Whatever they need it to be, I guess. And if it's something that is like the norm, like if it, you know, party drug or something, oh, then yeah. But if it's like sodium pentothal or some weird ass thing, they're not going to say anything because they'll know exactly what's up with that. Maybe they even did it. I mean, they are dirty. And I've had, confidentially, some cops from there that actually said, yeah, they are dirty. And once they have you for anything, they will never leave you alone. It's very corrupt. And I've tried making phone calls because obviously when I came, my mother must have made me out to be the scum of the earth. They have no idea. Oh, she's always been straight A, never been in trouble. The job with the Securities and Exchange Commission, a perfect citizen, you know, votes. And I was even asked to run for office when I lived there because I did all the volunteer work and stuff. And, you know, I was very active in the politics and I was respected. And you know, came here. I wanted to get away from that shit. I wanted to get away from my mother and start another life, get away. But she sends my sisters out to screw up my life. She, of course, somehow I went up with valley fever really bad. But, you know, it was a heavy-duty illness. But she must have said, oh, Karen's coming. She's a loser and a drug addict. We got to take care of her kid. God knows what she's told everybody. But they obviously don't know me because, I mean, I was going to be a doctor. But, you know, I just, when she took my son, it was just, I was shocked. I was a great mom. I was happy finally. And I was going to come stay with the friend I'm with now, before his strokes. I mean, I'm not sure what's wrong with him today, or yesterday, but he was going to help take care of me and my son until I got on my feet, or whatever, you know. And he's not good enough. No, bitch, you're not. She took him. I did not ever want to go back there. I just freaked out. I had a friend that drove trucks. I wish I could find Dick Andrews. So I just packed up. I didn't say goodbye. I just left to go get my son from Florida. And I've been gone from January 2014, or 4, till I got back last July 2016. Barely. The only reason I made it, oh God, it was a nightmare. The hacking, my dad died, left me a fortune. Yeah, the whole thing is just so dirty. And don't ever believe, oh, let us keep your documents and are safe. No, not safe. That means lock her up, let her buy us a Cadillac, let's steal a bank account, let's steal the real estate. I'm about to lose my last house, and that house, I can't pay the taxes. I mean, I don't even have any income now. I never was ever going to have to worry about money again. And neither would generations. And this is wrong. She does not have any legal right to my son. And here he just had his wisdom teeth cut out. I found out from his girlfriend on Instagram. Because they don't tell me anything. Even her bullshit agreements, where this, like, money for a rent-a-car. I mean, I'm getting screwed. Money has just vanished. And then I know what she's done with a lot of it. I mean, how she maneuvered it from the annuities around the stocks, and she's making bad investments and whatever, but probably to write it off. But I don't even know what she's done with my taxes, because it's a mess. I don't get nothing. She puts it all into an account. It says it's in my best interest. But when I went to the bank to find out how much she really taken of my money and stuff and what it was spent on, they printed out a stack, and the lady's like, oh, we can't give it to you. Why? You're not on the account. You mean I'm not on the account? I'm on the account. No, it just says it's in your best interest. So all the bullshit she lied to me, she just did up her bullshit power of attorney. Like, I would give her the right to do anything she wants with anything I have for the rest of my life, and then on and beyond. And what the hell are you talking about? I've rescinded any powers of attorney over and over, and then my stepfather gets a notary stamp. I mean, I've got so much dirt on them. Shit they're doing all over this country. They have plenty of money. They do not need mine. I cannot survive. I cannot get help. I cannot make a phone call. My phone, it's happened before, and I know how they do it too. These stupid broadband phones, not a good idea. I want a landline jack again, because it's less difficult. I mean, you call them, they'll ever leave me a message, and make damn sure you're talking to me, because they forward my calls, and they get printouts and all this stuff. They there's VoIP things and all that. And they've been doing it to me for years. Since I first got there, she was like having me use her cell phone so she could find out everybody I talked to and decide who I was allowed to talk to, who I wasn't. I didn't even know I had voicemail. I've done it here too. I didn't leave the voicemail message on here. They took it, I think, from something that's on the internet. I made a message. They're doing it again. I wonder if nobody ever calls me. my mail, I had to forward it from so many addresses, and for a while I got like this, like I always did, and then it just disappeared again because they reopened the PO boxes and they'll write the letters out to everybody. And when I found out that was them, I tried to like do the Federal Trade Commission thing to get the 3 credit reports and the fraud alert. I'm looking down, I'm like, oh wait a minute. Said that they got the 3 credit reports expedited before I could get to it, and already got fraud alerts too. So I was shit out of luck. That's just a never-ending rut, And, well, I'm going to call the police. I've said that in a video, and I'm not even going to say it because I said, what? And have them come look at my documents here? What? So I can go to jail again for something I didn't do? And like a month later, that's what fucking happened. Sorry, but I'm very upset about all this. The documents are never filled out right. My rights are always violated, and these people lie. They just straight up lie. But money and greed are pretty powerful. Yeah. I would really like to do something before I completely lose my house. I have nothing. She's cut it all. I mean, no one knows to help me. Like, even my stocks and stuff. I mean, this oh yeah. Oh, look at here. What's this here? This is 100,000. When was this? That was the May withdrawal. Yeah, that disappeared really fast when I got 100,000. Jeez, by the time I got to Arizona, most of it was already gone. Oh yeah, this is, yeah. When I bought my house, I tried to do the smart, responsible thing. When I cashed my dad's first account, just a checking account, I bought a house. I didn't pay the entire thing off. My mom screwed everything all up, but I paid a fortune. I had a great deal. But what they did was this girl Kimber came and she helped write this so that somebody else could handle my insurance. But yeah, flooded my house, broke the toilet, broke it like with a sledgehammer, broke it, flooded my entire house. It was destroyed. There was supposed to be an awful lot of insurance money, but I sure didn't get it. No, I did not. I can't get the real story out of who got what either, because it's just ridiculous. I don't know. Yeah, I had to stay in a hotel and everything. Yeah, but this says I was supposed to get like total replacement of all this stuff. Where's all this money? Where's any money? My dad died on September 28th, 2013. I had the cops come. This is in that little shit town. Cops come saying that they had hired a private detective to find me, and my father died then, that they were telling me on October 7th. Yeah, because somebody had to have gone up there and settled my dad's things. It wasn't me until January that I went. And, I mean, this is really messed up. This is beyond messed up. This ain't nothing. I got tons of documents. And there's, more stuff coming in. How can I even, I went to get a credit report, and there may be a video on here about it where I couldn't answer the questions correctly because they're using my credit. It's a really, really big fucking, it's a horrible, horrible mess. I mean, I find so many background reports on me and stuff like that because they don't make them all the time. The temporary custody. She's always got backup plans because she had told me straight up if we couldn't get you arrested for something, we were going to lock you in a mental hospital. Yeah. Satisfaction of reading the judgment. Yeah, I didn't sign that either. Anything that's blank, they did it on their computer. What's this? Oh, this is restraining order, no trespass. She's got a stalking one she was going to fill out. Mental health power of attorney, I found a couple of those. They had to get me into some sort of I mean, this was a group effort. Everybody was working hard on this, but, you know, my tax check had gotten stolen at one time, too. That sister who was just out here that I thought was not a horrible person, just a horrible person. She just used me, and I need the money because I don't have an income and I can't survive. And here she was going, well, how does Mom ever expect you to live on 11 cents? Well, how do you expect me to live on even less? I mean, you just tell me that you're ready to leave this guy because you're so miserable, and you have to be here in 2 days. 2 days, or you won't have any money or any food stamps, and you're becoming broke, and we need the help because, you know, I got cancer, valley fever. I don't want to talk about that, but my everything's disappearing. So I put out $500. We get her and everything, and then my medical marijuana, she fine. So she went through a shitload of that. She owes me like at least 150 or 200 for that, and you know, she got drunk, she got stoned. And she was here for a vacation, not to leave him. And she hasn't paid me a dime. And here it was, we go to the store. What, you don't have your money? Okay, I'll buy it for you. But don't pay me back. She hasn't paid me back, and I haven't had an income in months. My mom has everything. Oh, yeah, she likes to hang out with this freaking loser guy. Andrew, if you're out there, do you want me to keep going with these, or are you going to pay me? Or does Jose need to, like, maybe see? Yeah, they were in the garbage a long time ago. And I said, well, there were some pictures in the garbage. I wonder why they threw these in here. Maybe because they don't want this guy being, oh yeah, he's a prince too. God, this fat boy always hanging out at my damn house whenever my sister's here. I guess because he likes cats. She just likes to be worshipped. You know, she wanted to get away from her boyfriend and feel like a princess. You know, she brought its sexy dress. I at least have that. But, because she's like, well, I want to go out and, you know, get all fixed up. I said, you just want to go out so guys can look at you? Oh, no, I want to spend time with you. Bullshit. I said, well, you know, I don't ever go anywhere. I never, you know, I'm bogged down with stuff, and I really need a vacation, and that was the plan. Was I was going to take a couple of days because I haven't had fun in years. I don't do anything. I don't go anywhere. And now I can't do anything. That was my dad and Julian and I. That was after the hospital. That was before my mom took Julian. My dad died, of course. Oh yeah, Andrew Crivello, pay me the money for your ticket and stuff. I have all the receipts, and you did not pay me. And oh yeah, it's looking really interesting here. You know, that's the way our family operates, so. And since I gave you 2 months and you haven't even contacted me, I didn't just go take the money out of your account. I said, let's see if she can do the right thing. Let's see if she steps it up here. And Angela needs to stop taking pictures of my son without his clothes on. I don't care. Take all the pictures you want of yourself without your clothes on. I'm trying to find something. Okay, I must have another video too. I'd probably do up there. But, shall we just, I mean, I don't like the idea of having to make this a 2-hour video. I'm going to do okay, this is part 1 of, we'll call it, isn't this so great, the Kathleen tape. The Kathleen tape. Her name's Kathleen. I don't know, but this is part 1. Let's see if I can get it right since I'm not stoned. But if you're sticking with me and watching this, thank you, because this is tough, and the situation is desperate, and I really don't have any faith in anything at all anymore. But I mean, I don't have any choice but to try because I don't have any options. I don't know what I'm going to do, and things are bad. Things are bad. I don't know. I haven't got options. Things are bad. And, you know, I'd like to get medication for this. I'm getting a toothache, and I injured my arm, and I have cancer and valley fever, sleep disorder. You know, I'm not mentally ill, but the woman is driving me crazy. You know, they cut off my social security because I didn't have the paperwork done because I didn't get the letter. Plus, they got a phone number that's not mine, and I can't make anything happen. I need some help, and I need to be protected because, like I've been saying, I was out 3 months of hell. People coming and just running my household, and it's weird because on this one night, I made tapes, videos all night. Well, I don't know what was going on. I thought I'd let this girl and her boyfriend stay for food stamps, and you know, I had the girl that I thought I could trust staying with me, and more than anything, I wanted a witness so my mother would know, like, I don't do anything wrong. But it turned out they were doing things wrong. Well, I'm trying to get help, but nobody would help. But I was accused by a police officer at a later time to this new cop. Well, she doesn't remember because she was partying with these people, and no, it's never happened. You're a liar. He was a liar because there's proof. It's just wrong. I don't know. Anyway, this girl, real shot. They shouldn't even have these informants, especially all they're doing is giving this girl dope and stuff. And I even said to her, "What are you doing in there?" She's trying to take screens off my windows and whatever, and trying to. It's disgusting. Blood, all this mess. I tried to get her focused. Like, if you're gonna be here waiting on your boyfriend, because she just—I don't know where she came from, but she didn't have anyone. I didn't know just how bad news she was going to be, but she wouldn't leave. I kept waiting for this boyfriend to show up, and she finally said he was showing up, so I told her, I said, here, take my prescriptions, because they get stolen, you know, and hide them, put them somewhere. So, of course, they were put next to something that's not mine, and I hadn't even had a chance to go through that house. Everybody had been there. My sister had been living there, you know. So I really didn't feel like I was responsible for anything in that room. And but anyway, it was a setup. She had used my telephone and dropped something on the floor, and then when they just disappeared, they called the police, and there was a SWAT team, and they called me, and I walked outside. What the hell? We come back in because I'm like, well, I've got these documents. Why don't you come look at these at least? Look what they've done. Look what they've done to my house. Look what they've done. They're stealing me blind. And so I've got the interview, so-called interview. It's nothing compared to what really happened. Because he says, what's that bag? And I said, what bag? He goes, that one over there. I'm like, oh my God, no. You know, that's not mine. That's not mine, you know. The bitch had just been in there using my damn phone. And she had been there. Matter of fact, she'd taken my clothes off. But there was shit everywhere. I don't know. I've been locked up. My sister been there. People been in my house. And, you know, they wanted to search because Barry had been there the night before smoking his pot, I guess. And they could smell it. I hadn't. I don't. So anyways, now I do because I have cancer. And that's all I'm doing. And it's legal. And I have a card. But anyway, that's their fault too. You know, they wanted to search. And I did not consent to a plain old search. All they had ever said was, I don't know what's in here. I haven't been here, and other people have. I said, I've heard of instances where somebody, you know, kicks somebody out or whatever, and they said, come and just make sure that there's nothing that shouldn't be here, and if there is anything and you find it, just get rid of it. I said, that's the only way. No, because I don't know. I'm not taking responsibility for what anybody else has in this room, because I don't even know what's in this room, you know? They were real, it's all fucked up. More charges thrown on me. This is ridiculous. And already they were saying, you're mentally incompetent. Oh no, we're not even doing this shit again. Calm the fuck down. I've got a higher IQ than anybody you've ever met, more education and more common sense. So don't even tell me that. But I was getting so hacked and harassed. I mean, I had this one woman hacking the hell out of me, Kathleen Parker. She would come. Oh, well, she'd just call. I wouldn't even answer. And I was going out with this guy, Gino, but he was just using me anyway. But she would just say she's on her way. No, she would show up and I'd be quiet. She'd, call. I wouldn't answer. She'd bang on the front door. Like 5 minutes. Is she gone yet? No, she'd go around the side door, do the same thing. Then she'd go to the glass doors, and then she'd be banging on the windows and stuff. It's like, lady, you got some serious mental issues. But one time I just passed out. I was so sick, I guess, and when I woke up, the room was trashed. My cell phones had been smashed, and I mean, it got to the point. Come on, we're out of here. We're gonna go stay at a hotel. I had to blow a lot of money on this hotel because it was just, we were fighting. I don't even know. Did he come into it? Was it set up from the beginning, or did he decide because of the way it looked to turn against me? I don't know. I was paying for a business for him to start. He had started a year ago, and I didn't know it, but I do now. And he is tied to my address. And I paid on his probation, but he's not on probation, so where did all that money go? And I guess he paid my mother rent to be in my house. This is ridiculous. I'm just getting screwed by everyone. But anyway, we went and stayed in this hotel. I was so sick. But I went to the bathroom, and I felt a pop. And when I came out, I looked in the mirror. It looked like somebody punched me in the eye. I went around the corner. Gino looked up. Now, he's got a history of violence, so he was finally like, yeah, you need to go to Phoenix, go to the Mayo Clinic there, because he wouldn't even drive me to the Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville. He wouldn't take me to the beach. He wouldn't do anything. I'm on probation. No, you're not. You're a liar. But, when that happened, he was like, okay, I'm getting you your ticket. And I flew back, and I went to the Mayo Clinic, and, the first time, I've told this before, they valley fever, no, what's up with your eye? And of course, they did the CAT scan. They called me. I came back for MRI. They called me again, and Dr. Ben Doctor said that it was a cancerous brain tumor, and that was too late. And that's because January of 2015. Why didn't she take all them loans out too, Mom? At that time, just a lot of weird shit. But yeah, I had that grand mal seizure, and it was really, really a violent one. I mean, the girls thought I was dead, and they didn't do shit. I didn't get any medical help. That was, January 2015. I finally get to a doctor, Mayo Clinic, and it's too late. I should have gotten some medical help when I had the seizure. So, gee, that county, the police, they're pretty at fault, wouldn't you say? Because I didn't get any medical help. If I had, they would have found out. Hopefully, I don't know, they're pretty stupid there, that I had a brain tumor. I could have done something, but now I can't. So, really, there's a wrongful death. If I died too soon, that Julian pick up on it, but I don't want to because my mom's getting all that insurance money on me. There's so much illegal, nasty shit going on that they're doing. But, this is just insane. This is really bad. This is really bad. I didn't do anything. I have no track record as being a liar or a criminal or a bad mother or bad person or a troublemaker or anything. And I had no mental illness. Yeah. I can't do anything because they've got me, Every time I've ever tried to do anything to get help, or even try to fix anything, I get arrested or attacked or, something goes wrong. Like right now, Sandbox authenticated. I'm hacked. I'm hacked. Why do I have a sandbox program? I didn't know any of this. I've been studying up. But, yeah, it's, they're using an API. It's not real Instagram. And according to what I've read, I'm a good detective too. It's illegal to do this, to pretend, put it out to the public like it's real. Web host. Why would I have a web host? I don't have a website. I'm supposed to be on Cox, and I don't even have Wi-Fi, so I can't upload my iCloud. My other one won't even work, my iPad, because it's broadband. And I can't get Cox's help. I can't call the police. I couldn't even if I wanted to, because my calls don't go through to the right people. I had the same problem in Florida, because, matter of fact, I had my friend here, Robert, I said, try and call this number, because it was saying every number I called was disconnected or out of service. And the guy left too soon because he said, yeah, it's in service. So I went out and I cut I don't know why I thought, let me cut the cord to the satellite dish. Ma'am, I can make calls again. You know, I've found a lot of evidence. And like, for instance, they hacked me big time on my birthday, June 24th. And they downloaded them files, especially the AOL, Karen Crozier AOL. I've never had AOL. I did a lot of work researching this stuff a while back, and yeah, traced right to mom. And the DNS servers. I mean, I get those errors all the time and stuff. I can't send emails. It's bad. I have all kinds of problems because of it. Somebody's been researching into Social Security a lot too, because I found a way to find out things other people were looking into. Payminder, especially when it had a desktop that's not mine, syncing, you know, with stuff that I didn't look up, and I found out about a lot of like wire transfers and banks, and I don't do no fraud. But when they steal all of my electronics, IP address, they hijack my passwords and my cell phones, they get my mail. Jeez, it's like they're me, isn't it? Site can't be reached. Yeah, a lot of it's interesting, the sites I can't pull up. I can't pull up ones like about mental, the requirements for mental competency and things like that. It's really weird. Collection. Okay, this site says the collection on an executive or compulsory route begins when the responsible party has not settled the debt with its protected contingency. This is how she got them to take it out of my Social Security disability for the student loan she took out. They were supposed to forgive the balance, but they apparently didn't, because somebody was still taking out loans. Wow. But site can't be reached again. Oh, I've found all sorts of stuff. Definitely. They put this kid in a while back, and yeah, I've learned an awful lot, unfortunately. A lot. I have so much stuff. I have copies of it too, so even if they wipe me out again, they're out there. And it's just dirty, I mean. And I'm pretty sure they're using his identity. They use my dad's. He's not alive. She's got 3 different ones here, because they'll say that my aliases and stuff. Kathleen M. That's my mother. Her addresses. All these cell phones, Cadillacs. And I don't live at this address. That's the address that they use. I never show up living where I'm supposed to. But my house I'm going to be losing, I'm afraid. And that's breaking my heart. You'd think people would be happy when you do the right thing and you're responsible, but instead it's like she's just jealous. Just jealous. And I can't ever have anything in this life. They've got scams going on, because I've never lived at some of these addresses. But you need to hear this mental illness. I'll stop this and do another tape in a minute, okay? This is really serious, and I appreciate anybody who can listen to it. There's a lot. There's a lot to tell. This is a nightmare. This is a real nightmare, because I just don't know what I can do. I really don't. Not without somebody helping me. I mean, I I don't even know how I could get like a lawyer, you know, and it'd be bigger than OJ. Because there's a lot of lawsuits in this. Oh, I know. I'm looking. Oh, yeah. Here's my cell phones. They stole my iPhone. They're always writing down my SID, my passwords. It's all written down. Yeah, that phone, 273-1169, says Kathleen King, but they're trying to collect it from me. It shows up that it's my phone number, and that's not the only one. But where is it? Oh wait, what's this? Is that my SunTrust? Oh, I got Nest. I closed all my accounts. All my accounts. What accounts? You know, it's just a nightmare. I was looking for the... Oh, I know where they are. The letters from... I should be in here. From... remember I had said that I had to prove all the time, like, that I'm okay? Yeah, I had the letters from the doctor. They're in here somewhere. So I was looking at them the other day. Remembering how the doctor was just amazed. I had had to have so many letters. My mom just never wanted to stop. Oh, and my sister, Angela, I got her a Pell Grant and a scholarship, and I have proof of that here too, but she tells everybody I didn't. She borrowed money from my aunt that she didn't need to. And I'm sure my mother probably didn't even pay back the money that I had borrowed from my aunt. And, you know, cops want money for my supposed crimes I didn't commit. Go ask my mother, because she's got my money. There's nothing I can do. You know, I went to them with my proof that that's my son. They said, go get a lawyer. So, okay, so let me get this right. I can just kidnap somebody's kid, come here, the kid, you know, they can come with proof that it's their child, and you're just going to tell them to go get a lawyer. No, I am... oh, Jesus. I need to regroup and get the tape ready, I guess. I know I look terrible. I'm getting rough looking. I'll come back, okay? Thank you. Thank you. Anybody that can help. Even help get my story to somebody else, you know, because I can't even send emails. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm a strong person. There's none stronger. But I'll be back. I'm just trying not to just give up completely. I mean, I don't know how I even keep going, and it's getting harder. I can't even find my damn mouse now. What the freaking hell? No, I can't believe I was ever perfectly organized. They really just destroyed everything. But there's one thing that's beyond belief, and that's my son. How do I get back his life? I want him here. He can go back and finish his high school. This is his senior year, but I want him here this Christmas, because he's going to be 18. And that means when she took him when he was 3, which was like yesterday to me, he was never coming home. She doesn't care if I'm dying. She doesn't care. She has no legal rights. I do. I need protection too. I know the president could pardon me. I tried to chime me down, but no. I don't know what I can do. I'll be back with the tape. Thank you.